What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming.
Shut up and sit down.
All right, Tabletop Takeout Tuesday is back, my friends, as it is every single Tuesday here on Two Gun Pixie. We do a video actually every day of the week, and Tuesdays is reserved for our Tabletop Takeout. And this is a series of bullet points, not a full review, just some bullet point reasons as to why myself, or the 20-sided Warriors, or my 2GP partner Tom Vulo, or the wife actually has enjoyed a game when it gets down and hits that table to be played. And today I want to talk about two games. Each of them have been discussed on this channel before several times with playthroughs and other episodes and shows. But I want to talk about the two of them together because I really wish there was more. I wish this was not just two off, but an entire series. So I'm going to handle it like it's a series. And as you know from the thumbnail, I'm talking about the board game versions of the classic 80s books, Choose Your Own Adventure. There was a competitor with TSR called Endless Quest. Either one that you know, it's the same concept of you read a book, a couple of pages, then you get a decision to make. Whatever decision you make, you go to a certain page, repeat. And then you get to the end. There's multiple endings in these books, just like there are in the games, which adds to a level of replayability. I'll be honest with you, although most reviewers that I've come across will say that it adds high levels of replayability, it doesn't. Don't listen to them. I love these games, but I'm not about to, give you a spoonful of shit and tell you it's soup, okay? The replayability you got in these games are 2-3 off, maybe. That's probably all you're going to get, unless you like running through similar scenarios, because after that, it's going to start being the same game. There's only so many choices a deck of cards can give you. And that's what it did. It took these... Now, there are two games in the series, both of them based on classics from the old series. That's the House of Danger, which is a mystery, ghost story, psychic story, and War with the Evil Power Master, which is a sci-fi galactic hunt and kill, basically, adventure that you have in front of you. As far as the books go, there's so many more. But those two books were picked to be turned into board games by Z-Man Games. There hasn't been one in years. One of the reasons is the creative team, Prospero Hall, actually left Z-Man Games. Their contract was up and they got contracted by another company, I think Ravensburger. Although at this point in 2025, I don't know where they're working right now. This video is like 8.5 months early in being shot, so I don't know what's going on with them. But maybe that's the reason why there were not any more of these games. But the two that they came out with that I just mentioned, House of Danger and War with the Evil Power Master, I think for solo games, they really shine. Now, they don't necessarily have to be solo games. These can be, I guess what you'd call discussion games. Games where if you have a group of people together, you decide, you make decisions when it gets to, hey, do you do this or that? Go to page this or go to page that. You all make this decision after a discussion. And that's fine. The game works all right like that. Me and Tom Vulo had a great time doing that. But it really shines as a solo game. Yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of input every now and then, but the narrative state of this game, because this is completely narrative, it's a book, really does lend itself more to the solo style playing than even with the group decision making. Again, because it's a narrative book. Both of the games have very easy, straightforward rules. The conversion job that the game creators, Prospero Hall, did, converting a book that's a written, reading, text-based game and turning it into a board game with cards The way they use the cards to simulate the pages of the book was very brilliant, but at the same time, very simple and brilliant all together. I mean, how else could they have done it but by using cards? It works, and I think it works to a better advantage than the original books did, actually. It broadens the story, it adds some more elements into it while still being the original book. Now, one of the things I also think that stymies replayability is that when you get to the end of each chapter, it does give you a chance to go back and replay some scenes that you had skipped. It has to do this because the game's super limited card-based AI does not know if you have all the key elements you need to get to the next chapter. And if you've made it to the end of the current chapter without getting those, which you can, you will never be able to progress forward in the chapter you're coming into. So therefore, at the end of each chapter does give you the option to go back and explore the unexplored areas of that chapter you just finished. So that is going to kill replayability because you kind of feel like you have to because you want to get the stuff that you missed. So, just being honest with you, it will, because of that, cut down on replayability. I firmly believe that this game's spot rests squarely in nostalgia. I would love to say that this is a system that they should make tons of games based on this system, but for a board game, it only works a limited amount of times. I mean, I still wish there was one or two more, but I can see why it's not a regular, ongoing, shelf-building, boxed board game system. It makes sense to me. What else makes sense to me is that not enough people know about this, especially in my age category, especially the Gen Xers. There's not enough Gen X gamers out there that know about this. And I really think that the rest of my brethren are going to enjoy this game. If you play board games and you're in my generation, please go check this game. If it's at a board game cafe, take it down and play it. If your local gaming store allows you to play games, if they have display copies to play, try it out. I don't want to spend money out of your wallet. I'm not going to tell you to buy it. I will tell you to try the game if you get a free opportunity to do so. And I'll also tell you, watch playthroughs. Watch some video playthroughs of this or any tile that you're into. Because that will be a more fair, a better way for you to get a feel on whether the game you're watching being played is something that you, your siblings, family, friends, spouse, gaming buddies, it'll give you a better understanding if you and them are going to enjoy the game. So don't listen to influencers, don't listen to informers like me even, don't listen to any floating head or disembodied voice. Listen to yourself. Go, watch some playthroughs, come back here, and tell us what you think of the Choose Your Own Adventure board games.